Good evening, everybody. I can't wait to show you these new stamps. So let's just make sure we are live everywhere. So let's check Facebook first. I can't believe it's Monday already. How the weekends fly, eh? So, yep, we are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. So good evening, everybody. Hi Denise, hi Trudy, Sally Ann, Susan, Denise. Oh, hang on, it's moving too quickly. Paula, Doreen. And let's pop over to Facebook. Hi David. Let's take that off. No, I'll leave that on a minute. Hi Susan. I'll clean my glasses. Oh, I've got 2 pairs of glasses tonight. Let's get the right ones on first. Let's clean them while we're waiting. Let everybody get logged in before we start. Let's take that off. Let's take that off for a minute. Let everybody get here. Hi Anne, hi Carol, hi Di, Shaz, Liz, Emma, Judy. Judy, oh my God, I was just thinking about you the other day. I was going to message you. Are you alright? Hi Annette. Hi Helen. Hi Josephine. The light bulbs are red. Hi Jean. Right, so let's hang on. Hi Zoe. Hi Sue. Are you back, Sue? Right, so just give it a minute. I can't wait to show you these. I think you're going to like these. So these are just teasing you on the corner. These are stamps that I've designed to go with something else that I've done previously that I know hundreds of you have already got. So hopefully you'll like them. It's kind of it's a new collection, but it's an extension of something that we've done before. Hi Lona, hi Rose, hi Julie. And the idea behind this collection was so that we could make, I say quick cards, but this is probably going to be the quickest demo you've ever seen me do. And that is the whole point. These stamps are just absolutely stunning. I love them so much. Hiya Bev. And I think you're going to love them too. The possibilities are just incredible. Judy, can't always make Monday lives. No, that's because I've changed it to Monday evenings. Hi Mel, hi Lorraine, hi Pamela, hi Michelle. Right, everybody's getting logged in now. So let's just flick over to YouTube and check everybody's okay. So good, I hope. Oh yeah, my picture. Hope can see my picture. That's all I'm showing you though until we get to the rest. Yeah, so I think this is a really good collection of stamps, and we've done Christmas now. So I know Christmas was an expensive show for you all. So this is hopefully a little bit kinder on your purses and your wallets. We'll see. There are 9 new stamp sets. And just to reassure you, this is the last new release until either the end of July or the beginning of August. I haven't quite decided yet. Sacrificing the tennis, I know, Jean, I've just walked away from it as well. We were watching Venus. Right, so let's just give everybody another minute or two before I start, just so I don't have to go through it all again. Yeah, so I mean, you can see the lovely colour of the packaging. I'll show you these in detail in a minute. So there are 9 new stamps. There are 6 A6 size and there are 3 A5s. One of them is an exclusive and one of them is a limited edition that you can get tonight. And you can also get it from myself, from Julia and any of the other retailers who have stocked these. The rest won't be live until midnight on Sunday, because I'm doing a 1-day special with these stamps, assuming the stock lasts. So we're not allowed to sell them till after my 1-day special, which will be midnight on Sunday, the day after. But I'll give you all a little reminder when it's nearer the time. Lots to tell you. Hi Di. Di, did you manage to do your tool? Did you manage to get your tool to do what you wanted it to do? Yeah, so I think you're going to like these. Hi, Julia. So this is the card I've got prepped for tonight. And literally, I have used 3 die sets I'll talk to you about the elegant eyelet dies in a minute when we've looked at the new stamps. So the elegant eyelet dies are on a 10% off. There's hardly any left, and I'm going to show you them after I've shown you the new stamps. But they are on a 10% off. I didn't realise we'd still got any left, to be honest. Otherwise, I'd have used them sooner. And so I've given you 10% off for tonight only. They'll be back to the normal price in the next day or two. So I've used the elegant eyelet ovals. I've used the shabby butterflies. I'm not going to show you all these because you've seen most of them. Shabby butterflies. And I've used the splendid swirls, which is what I've got here. I've already glittered that just to save a bit of time. So I am literally the opposite of what I normally do. We're going to let the stamps do the work. So the stamps are doing all the work tonight, and we're going to focus on those. And I'm going to show you how you can make a card that A, composed, B, is relatively flat, because you know I like to poke the wings up from my butterflies, and looks absolutely stunning. I've got a few samples that I've made myself with the new stamps, and I'm going to show you them. I'll maybe show you 2 or 3, and then the rest you can wait until I'm on TV on Friday and you can see the rest then. The design team have, as always, done some stunning cards, and you'll get to see those on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page on Friday before I set off to TV land. So, how are we all? Only 9 stamps, yeah. Great picture, you look about 15. I'll take that, Sue, thank you. I'll take that, Sue, thank you. Right, so are we ready to look at the new stamps? So I'm going to pop this to one side. I'm going to give you a top tip. The elegant eyelets, I'm never going to restock them. So once the stock has gone, you won't be able to get them again. I'm going to show you the shapes that we've got left after I've shown you the new stamps so that you can get them while we've got them and take advantage of that 10% off. So I'm going to pop all this to one side. I'll just pop it there. That's literally all I'm using. A couple of die cuts, no additional flowers, a couple of die cuts and some cardstock. There is something I need to tell you first. This is a question I get asked so much. So much. So much. So, after Karen badgering me for so long, I've given in. And the cardstock that I use for all my samples and for watercolouring onto is now available for you to buy. If you... Karen's doing the links, or Bev's doing the links, somebody's doing the links. So this is in the July folder, the new arrivals July. Yeah. Hi, Lozzie. And this is 300 GSM cardstock. It's beautiful. It's pure white. I've called it ice white. Yeah. I've called this ice white. It's not cheap. I'm going to tell you that now. I think it's £8 or £8.50 for 20 sheets. But you can do everything on this card. And this is the first time I've let anybody buy it because I keep it for myself. I've actually got boxes full of it in my craft room here. So, little tip for you. Right, are we ready? Let me get a drink before we start. Julie's just reminded you, look, that she's doing a live with the new stamps on Friday morning on the Sentimentally Yours page and on her Julia Watts Crafts Facebook YouTube channel at 11 o'clock on Friday morning, so don't miss that. Do you know what, Di? You know what I'm like? I'm precious with things. Hi, Hazy babe. Right, are we ready? Are we ready? Karen's already posted a link, so before I've shown you the stamps. Right, we'll do the A6 stamps first. So, welcome to the floral I can't even speak. The Floral Curios Cascading Frames. So floral, obviously it's a brand new colour on the packaging, which I absolutely love, that gorgeous minty colour. So this is the Floral Curios, so it's an extension of ones that I've done before, but it's also a brand new collection. So if you haven't got the first ones, it doesn't matter. So let's just, these are the ones I've been working with. So let's just show you these stamps. This is the Floral Curios Corsage Oval. And I'm going to let you see that in detail. So it's all in one stamp, look. Yeah. So when I get to the rest of the stamps, you'll see why I've left you a space in the middle. So you've got the oval, the Floral Curios Corsage Oval. So there are two different ranges that come with this. You've got the Corsage and you've got the Posy. The Corsage, just so you know, is the one that has roses and daisies. So Corsage has roses and daisies. So that is the oval. These are all on A6 size stamps. You've then got the Corsage Rectangle. You can just see how beautiful these are going to be. Yeah, you already know how gorgeous these are going to be when you start using them. And you can use them for small cards, which is just bizarre. I've only made one smallish card. So the Corsage Rectangle, they're all different as well. Look, so the same flowers, but they're all different because I've built these up individually. And I'll show you the size of the rectangle. Oops. So that is the Corsage Rectangle. You've now got the Corsage Octagon. Remember as well, I'm showing you these in portrait, but you can obviously use them all in landscape as well. So it doesn't matter which orientation you use. So the Corsage Octagon, aren't they just beautiful? And that is the size of the octagon. And then we move on from the Corsage. So that is the Corsage Trio. And then we move on from the Corsage to the Posy. And the Posy has the roses. And it also has a pansy in there as well, look. So the Posy collection is the one that has the pansy in. So you've got the Posy Square. Forgive them being dirty. These are the ones I've been working with. These are the ones I've been working with. Yeah, so you've got the Posy Square. And again, it doesn't matter whether you do it that way or that way or that way. It doesn't matter. Then you've got the Posy Circle. Aren't they? These, I love these stamps. Well, you must know that because of the way I'm using them. So the Posy Circle. And these are perfectly sized if you like to do smaller cards as well. And then you've got the Posy Chic label. Now then, those of you that know me well enough will know that I don't do anything without any reason. So I'm going to tell you now, the die set for the Chic label is on its way. Yeah. So you've got the trio, the two trios there. You've got the Corsage Trio and you have the Posy Trio. So they are the 6 A6 stamps, yeah. They are the 6 A6 stamps. Yeah, Phil Martin, flat postable cards, flat-ish, Helen. And dirty stamp. Don't worry, I've got another set. These are just my working ones. So before I move on to the 3 A5 sets, I'm going to show you that all of these stamps have been designed to fit in my large die sets. So if you have any of my large rectangle dies, octagon, oval, circle and square dies, these stamps will fit inside all of them of my large dies. The Chic label is coming. It's coming. Yeah, so you will get the die for this as well pretty soon. But I've included it because it's the newest, it's one of the newest shapes. And I'm just going to show you, look. Let me get the oval because it's the oval I'm using this evening. So all of my dies, I've just mentioned to you, all of the large dies, if you go 2 sizes up from the stamp, all of my all of my new stamps will fit in all of my large dies. And not only that, the oval is exactly the same shape as the oval for the dies. Yeah, it's exactly the same oval, so it's gonna look spot on. Same with the squares, same with the octagon, and same with all the others. Yeah, so they are the A6 stamps. I'll leave the oval out because I'm using that. So that's just a part of it. These stamps are stunning. No, Bev, it's a different label. It's a different label. These will all fit in most of my charm dies anyway, because they're smallish stamps. So now we're going to move on from the A6 stamps to something that I didn't do. Well, the circles and squares and rectangles. I'm trying to answer questions while I'm showing you. Circles, squares and rectangles and ovals will fit in any circle, rectangle and oval. So they will fit in the largest some of them, particularly the circle and the square, because they're a bit smaller, yeah, will work in your charm dies. Okay, you just need to use the biggest ones, because remember the shapes. Let me try and show you this in more detail. So just before I move on to the A5 stamps, what you'll notice is that I've positioned the flowers and the cascading flowers over the lines of the stamp. So they're really, really detailed. Like here, look, you can see that teeny tiny flower is over the top of the line. And that's the same for all of them. Okay, right, let me move on because we've got lots to do. So one of the things that we needed with this collection, I'm going to turn them round because you don't want to be looking at dirty stamps. Let me just turn them round. There we go. So this is something that I regretted not doing when I did the original Floral Curios. Yeah. There are 33 individual stamps in here. You can see where I've been using them that coordinate with both sets. So whether it's corsage or posy, you have 33 individual flowers that you can stamp and fussy cut out. And if you look closely, they are all dead easy to cut out. And you know I'm the worst at fussy cutting. And those of you that are eagle-eyed will have noticed that you've actually got three different sizes of most of the flowers in here. So if I just show you the daisy, look. So daisy 1, daisy 2, daisy 3. The possibilities with these are endless. Endless. And you will see when I show you my samples. So that is the beautiful blooms. And of course, you know I'm not going to do a new collection of stamps without a new set of sentiments to go with them. Yeah. So what you've got here are the Sweetheart sentiments. Brand new font, never used before. So you've got 27 sentiment stamps in here. And they're all quite small. And they all feature little hearts. They're so tiny you can't actually tell that they're hearts unless you stamp them. So in this set, you have all the usuals. And you'll notice you've got some two-liners. Those of you that know me know that I do this every single time. Sentiments are not just sentiments. You've got some two-liners. Let me turn it over. Two-liners. You've got some three-liners. And you've got some four-liners. And you've got some borders. And you've also got the little hearts that are featured with it, excuse me, within the stamp. Yeah, I've not finished yet. So that is the 6A6, the Sweetheart sentiments, the beautiful blooms, and now the limited edition These are stunning. You can order this set tonight. It's never going on TV. Okay. These are the beautiful borders. And they are beautiful. I'm just going to show you them, look. Aren't they just stunning? Stunning, stunning, stunning. And you've got 3 that coordinate with the posy. And you've got 3 that coordinate with the corsage. I'm going to flip them over and show you how beautiful these stamps are. I'm using these tonight. So what I did with this was I gave you a chunky border. I gave you a mid-size border. And I gave you an individual flower border. I'm trying to show you the detail. I'm trying to see which is the best way to show you. Aren't they just stunning? So that is your Floral Curios Cascading Frames collection. Do you like them? I absolutely love this collection of stamps. We've moved on from Christmas. Yeah. We've moved on from Christmas. I wanted you to see something that brings us right back into the summer, right back into florals. And I always say this, those of you that have followed me for a long time will know I love my floral cards, you know I do. But it's no good now just doing one-track ponies, yeah? It's no good doing one-track ponies. If I just show you this square, if you look at this in more detail, you can see that you could actually just stamp the corner. All of these embellishments, every single one of these frames, you can fussy cut. If you want, you don't have to. You can fussy cut and create dimensional embellishments from these. Aren't they just stunning? These were a lot of work, I can tell you that now. But what a gorgeous collection that you're going to use year in, year out. So my top tip to everybody is if you can get them tonight, get the beautiful borders whilst we've got 10% off. And get your cardstock, because as soon as you see me using the watercolour pens on this card, you're going to want it. I'm going to do a quick flick through before I start demoing and show you the elegant eyelet dies. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to show you the samples. So this is sample number 1, please. Relatively flat look, so you can squash your butterflies down. Sample number 1. So this is using obviously the square, and it's using the individual flowers to create that outside border. And I'm sorry, Hope. And all I've got on here, I told you, all I've got on there is 2 butterflies, 1 splendid swirl, and all the rest is from the new stamp collection. And it's not a small card, but it's smaller than I usually do. So that is a 7x7. Yeah, aren't they stunning? So I'm going to show you 2 more samples. You'll notice what I've done as well with my samples. The design team have all come up with some cracking ideas, yeah? Cracking ideas. Okay, so I've purposefully done tone on tone because I love tone on tone colours. So that is the lilacs. This one is with the octagon. You can see I've used the eyelet octagons there, look. I'm going to do a video on this over the next few days so I can show you how I did that look, because I haven't stamped over the edge. And that's obviously in my yellow colours. And that is eyelet octagons and the shabby butterflies. That is the only die cut I've used on that. and you can post it. So we've got lilacs, we've got lemons, and I'm going to show you one more, and I'm going to show you the blue. So this is the blue tones, and again look, 2 die sets, shabby butterflies and the double stitched rectangles. Aren't they just stunning? Oh no, they are. So Anne, just to clarify, I'm just answering Anne on Facebook. These stamps are on TV on Friday. I'm doing the 1-day special on Friday at 6 p.m. The borders are exclusive to me and Julia and retailers. If you message us on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, Anne, Karen, my sister, will get you sorted out with these. We do that for loads of our USA and Australian and overseas customers. So, what do you think about them then, eh? Aren't they just beautiful? And I've not even scratched the surface of what you can do with these stamps. And I'm just going to do a quick reminder. Look, these are the original ones. And you can see on the octagon here, I've used the corner stamp from the original release. I've used the corner stamp there. So, let's get cracking. I've done enough yakking. I'm going to show you the eyelet dies first. I'm going to show you the elegant eyelets. So for those of you that do buy from TV, the elegant eyelet dies are going to be on TV, except for the squares and the rectangles. The ones that are going to sell out first are the circles and the ovals. I can tell you that now. So I am using the ovals tonight. So that is your elegant eyelet ovals, which I am using tonight. The elegant eyelet octagons, which is what I have on this card here. So the elegant eyelet octagons. The elegant eyelet rectangles, which we've got a few, only a few. The elegant eyelet squares, which I can't believe we've actually got any left. And the elegant eyelet circles, which are... Where's the card I've made with the circles? Oh, it's here. We are, look. Forgot one of my samples. So that is the elegant eyelet circles. What I wanted was to give you a collection of stamps like I've never done before. So I've never done anything like this before, where you don't have to put loads on them. The stamps are doing all the work. Yeah. Let's get cracking. You've done enough yakking. I have, Emma. You're absolutely right. Time to drink. Thanks, Di. Right, let's get a card made. Aren't they nice though when you do them like this? In colours. I've really enjoyed doing it. And take it from somebody who makes lots of fussy cards with lots on them. Oops. It's been an absolute pleasure to use these. Right. Sleeves are going up. So if you haven't, well, luckily a lot of you have got the eyelet dies. For those of you that haven't, get them before they're gone, because I'm never restocking them. Right, so let's show you what we've got here, and let's get some cards made. Well, a card made. So what I've got here is my elegant eyelets, ovals, and the cardstock is New Rust. So that is New Rust in the in the premium cardstock. All of this white card is my 300 GSM Ice White card that you can get on the website now for the first time ever. I don't normally sell it, so you've got my sister to thank for that. So I'm going to start with the oval. Let's start with the oval. And let's get some colouring in done, because that's what's going to take the longest. So let's put my oval on here. So remember, I mentioned to you a second ago that all of the stamps will work in all of my large dies. You will have a head start because you're going to have the first stamp ever with the new chic label shape, and that is on its way. I will let you know as soon as it's here. Sadly, it won't get here in time for my show on Friday, which is a pain in the neck. But hey ho, hey ho. Something to look forward to. So all of these stamps have been designed to work with all of my big dies. And I'm just going to get that in position and I'm going to bring it in and show you. I'm just going to show you what I was just doing then. So can you see that you can just make out the lines of the oval? So I'm trying to make sure the lines of the oval follow the outer lines of my die. And you know what? You know, if it's a bit skewy, it won't matter. Let me just check. That looks about right to me. So another important thing I need to tell you all is on these stamps, I've left the centres solid. And I always do that rather than have the middle bit cut out, because then they become too bendy. So once you've got this on your platform, if you're using an acrylic block, it won't matter. But if you're using a platform, just put it in position, lift it up and roll it back. And that way I know there are no air bubbles in there. Probably not, Lee. Probably not. If I ever do anything for masculine cards, it will be a one-off smaller release, because people ask for masculine stuff but nobody ever buys it. So it's a bit of a strange phenomenon. So I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black this evening. Well, what I would say, Maureen, if you can, and it's up to you, ovals and circles are what you need to get next. So let's get this inked up. And I'm just going to show you what I've done on the centre. So I've got ink on the middle of there. Make sure you wipe that off before you do your stamping. That's just because I was at the wrong angle. If you don't wipe it off and you press too hard in the centre, you will end up transferring it. Oh. I can't tell you how beautiful these stamps are. And I know I'm biased because it was me that designed them. How beautiful is that stamp? How gorgeous is that stamp? So pop that to one side and let that dry for a second. I'm going to clean my oval and put it back on its sheet. So I know where it is. And then we're going to stamp the border. Yeah, you shouldn't be surprised by that, Judy. I've made sure that all of these shapes will fit in the die. So if you find the die that's the same size as this oval, 2 up, so the second one up from that will fit all of them. And now we're going to stamp the border. So I've got a piece of card here that I know will fit the border stamp. And I'm going to go with the biggest border that matches the corsage oval. So remember I told you at the beginning, corsage is the one that has the daisies in. Yeah, so I can choose 3 from 3 borders there, but I'm going to go with the biggest. Make sure I've got that the right way up. That's the right way up. Not that it matters. And you can see it's just big enough to go either side of the edge of this. So we'll do all the stamping first and then we'll get all the colouring in done. And I can't wait to show you the way I've used the watercolour pens. Oh, stunning! Oh, I should have had more sense then, and I should have had more sense then and put it in the bottom position. Let's see if I'll get away with that. Let's just check. Just see if I'll get away with that. No, it needs to come up. I'm only doing this to save me cleaning the stamp. How beautiful are they? Right, so let's pop that to one side, let that dry, and we'll come back to the oval. So I'll leave that there for a minute. So this evening I'm using the watercolour blending brush pens. Yeah, I'm using the watercolour blending brush pens. So I've already got my colours out and I'm literally using 5 pens for this. So I'm doing an orange tone. You can see I've done blue on blue, pink and pink, etc, etc. So we're doing orange tones tonight. So I need to just tell everybody, I don't think we've got any set ones left. Thanks, Bev. I have given in and I've just reordered set 1 again. They are, Jean, it's the borders that are limited edition. Yeah. So the borders are the ones that are not going on TV. So I've just reordered today, literally this morning, reordered set 1. So if you haven't got set 1 and you're collecting the others, this will give you a chance to get them all before. Right, so I'm literally just using 5 pens here and I'm only using 2 oranges for this card. So I'm going to show you how you can make the These pens are just a must-have if you haven't got them. Yeah. I can't keep up with you all. If you haven't got the watercolour blending brush pens, now is the time to start collecting them. And I said I was never going to order anymore, but I've got something happening overseas and I needed to get some. So this is the time to do it, yeah. So I'm using the ice white cardstock, which is not a watercolour card. However, you can watercolour with it, as long as you don't get it too wet. So I'm just going to show you the two colours that I'm using. So these are the only two colours that I'm using for this card. And we're going to start with the darkest colour. And I'm going to do all the colouring in one go. I'm going to do all the colouring in one go because you don't want to be watching me forever. So I'm going to create a paler version of the darkest colour. Yep, Julie, you're all right for set 3. It's set 2 and 4 and 1 if we've got any. Oops. So I'm just going to show you, look, how many colours you can get from... Well, actually, that's so strong. That shows you how strong the pigments are. So we're doing a paler version. And I'm going to do my... I'll do the rose, actually, in the paler version. And I want to do this properly, because it will be on set. So wait till you see how quick it is for me to colour these in. You can obviously take your time. It must be the VersaFine Onyx Black, unless you're going to heat emboss it. These stamps are doing all the work, and I know we use that phrase a lot. I'm not doing any blending because it doesn't need it. So I'm just doing the roses and a couple of the small ones that are on top of the frame. And then I'm going to do the roses in the border. It's only when you see these coloured in that you see how fabulous they are. And I'm going to do the end ones. And the same on the other side. You don't have to be a confident colourer to use these stamps. And I am literally colouring these in very quickly. So remember, this is not watercolour card, this is my 300 GSM card. So we're now going to come to the same pen. We're going to come to the same pen and do, let's do the daisies. So this time, let me just show you, look. Did you draw all of these, Phil? Yep, Trudy. Same as the original ones. Yeah. So if you look, I've used the same flowers that I used in my Floral Curios collection that I did a couple of... I don't know when I did them. Was it last year? But it's completely different. These have all been done from scratch. Oh, Susan, you don't have to... You literally don't have to blend. If you've got the watercolour pen, Susan, I'm talking to Susan on YouTube, you don't have to worry about blending. Yeah. So I'm now going direct in with my card, direct in with my pen. So we've got a lovely strong orange on these daisies. The tips on these pens, look, are super, super fine. And how many kinds of card do you think you can do this with? If you want to spend a lot of time blending these flowers, do it. I've given you the detail. I mean, look at that already. Look, just from colouring in two tiny elements. I might be getting my dinner early tonight. I love these pens so much. I'm doing it quick, but I'm not rushing. Because I still want to be able to use these. I saw earlier as well, I noticed somebody, apologies, I can't remember who it was, but somebody on Facebook. Yeah, the alcohol pens will be amazing with these, Bev. Absolutely amazing with the bullet nibs. Somebody on Facebook said earlier that I should give away a card, and I used to do that. So what I'm going to say to you is, I don't know how many. The cards that I make on TV, right? Are you listening? Because somebody will need to remind me. The cards that I make on TV, so the samples that I make on TV, I'll put them in some of the orders if you order direct from us. And I'll put one of them, so I don't miss out my USA friends. One of them will go in one of the USA orders as well. So it's a one-day special, so there should be 8 samples when I've finished. Let's see if that happens. If it sells out on TV, I don't really have much stock to play about with. So get your orders in early if you prefer to use the FlexiPay on TV. Look how easily that's coming together, look. Oh, have you, Teresa? That's fabulous. So I'm going quickly, or as quickly as I can without smudging. This is why I love these stamps. If your favourite colour's pink, do 'em pinks. If it's blue, do 'em blue. It's entirely up to you. And I love stamps that keep on giving. There aren't many pens that have got such good ink that you can colour directly onto card like this. And you know what? I'm now wishing I'd done this before we went live. Because I don't want to rush it and spoil it. I've been a busy bee. Right, getting there slowly but surely. Oh, I don't know why this side isn't as dark as the other. I told you, quick cards, pretty cards, flat cards-ish, easy to post cards. When have you ever heard those sentences from me? when have you ever heard me tell you I'm making a postable card? Look how quickly it comes together though. Right, so that's all the daisies. I mean, already look. Already that just looks beautiful. Oh, thanks, Lozzie. Right, so we're now going to move to the other colour. So this, remember these flowers, that's just from one pen. That's how good these pens are, because the ink is so, the pigment in these pens is just so special. It's a blendable ink. K, the secret project is for America, I'm afraid. Well, America and Canada. So the secret project I will reveal to you all when I'm able to, but not just yet. Yeah. So, oh, not to worry, Bev. I hope she's all right. So that's just one pen. We're now going to take the other orange, which is completely different, and I'm going in direct. So we've now got 3 different shades of orange from 2 pens. How pretty is this? So remember, get your eyelet dyes before they've all gone. Especially while we've got that 10% off. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping the flowers the same colour. So the same flower is the same colour on the two different, there it is, on the 2 different stamp sets. It's so easy to do. I wanted some stamps that were easy to work with for you all. Easy to work with, but stunning results. And as soon as I go in with green in a minute to colour the leaves in, it just brings the whole thing together. We are nearly done. I'll do a quick recap towards the end. So I'm now going in the centre with lemon. And I'm using the same lemon for the centre of all the flowers. And it doesn't matter if I go over the colour that's on before. It won't matter. Nearly done, nearly done. Right, so this is where we're at, look. That's where we're at. So now we're going to pull the whole thing together with green. So I've got 2 different shades of green here. And you'll notice on the samples that I made, where did I put them? Just bear with me, I'm just trying to grab one of these cards. So this is a little tip for you, everybody, when you get your stamps home. Yeah. I've just been getting out the pudding. Oh, Linda, stop it, that's just cruel. I will do a recap at the end for those of you that missed the beginning. Top tip, when you're colouring these in, there are 2 different types of leaves in all of these. So I've done them in different colours just to make it pop a little bit more. And I'm going to do the same thing again here. So I'm just going to check which is my lightest. Right, so the darkest one is the one I'm going to water down. Just remember to check that you haven't got any colour on your water brush. Do you know what? I can't believe it's only 8 o'clock. So we're watering down now this darker green. And I'm gonna do the main flowers in the darker green. Not flowers, forgive me. The leaves. So yeah, I am watercolouring onto my 300 GSM cardstock. And I'm just going to remind you, while I've got you all here, I'm just going to remind you that this isn't watercolour card, but it is a specialist heavyweight card. And it will take some water. Don't saturate it. But you can do watercolouring on it. And you know, if you lot all buy it and I ain't got any left at the shop to steal, I'll be knocking on your door for some cardstock back. So the same again. I know which leaves are which. And I missed a bit of the rose there. Oops. Oh, remind me to come back to that. So I am doing this relatively quickly, as you know. So this green I'm going to show you in a second, because you won't believe it's the same pen. Is it that one? Yeah. So that green look watered down. Look how much softer you can make it just with a little bit of water. And then with the other green, so the brighter green, I'm going direct. So you'll notice I've done that on just about every bit of colouring. I've done some direct and some watered down. And that's how you get such a lot of use from your watercolour blending pens. You can create so many shades that are just not part of the pen set. So I'm just going to come back to that bit of rose that I missed. You probably can't notice it, but I can see it. That's it. It was that one little section. So how easy was that to do? Yeah. And look how beautiful that looks before I even do any layering to it. I love these stamps, in case you can't tell. Right, so we're now going to pop the sentiment on. I'm not doing any more colouring to this. Oh, actually, let me come back. Where did I put my butterflies? We're going to just colour these butterflies. I should have done that earlier. So we're going to colour the butterflies to match. So a little tip, everybody. You're going to like this. So I'm squirting some water on my mat with a mister. Just make sure everybody's all right. It is quite autumnal. You're right. Yeah. And we're going to take the darkest orange. I'm going to scribble a bit of the darkest orange on my mat. I'm going to scribble some on this card. We're going to mist it, and I'm going to do this with all three. And I'm going to dip it in that extra. How beautiful is that? I'm going to do the same with this one. So scribble some direct onto your butterfly. Or your dragonfly, or whatever it is you're working on. Doesn't have to be neat, as you can tell. Mist it with water. This is the same cardstock I'm using, everybody. And then dip it in. Oh, that's just so lovely. Lovely. And now I've got to tidy up. So I'm just pop them there to dry for a second. So yes, you can use your pens to colour in. Yes, for those of you that have got them and been using them for a long time, you can do all your inky backgrounds. You can stamp with them as well. So you can stamp with them. Julia's probably got loads of videos on her channel where she's stamped with them. Oh, good, Julie. I'm glad. Well, I want you to be excited. Julie's just saying over on YouTube, It should be a miss, not a mister. Could be either these days, I hope. Julie's just saying over on YouTube, I'm really good at my job. It really makes her excited to get these stamps and have a go. But I want you to be excited, yeah? I want you to get these home and I want you to use them the way that you would use them. My job is to give you the products, so the designs, and to give you the ideas. And this for me is the exciting part where I can show you how to use everything. So let's just put that back where it belongs. Joking. That's because I'm talking too much. Is set one a good buy? Emma, do you mean the pens or do you mean the stamps? That's giving me a tickle now. And not the right sort of tickle. Right, we're going to pop the sentiment on now. So let's get a sentiment on here. So remember, my mission for tonight was to do a simple, flat-ish, postable card. So you all know obviously that if you've got the eyelet dies, you could do another oval with one of the smaller sentiments. Oh, I'm not going to get up and get the card again. But I quite like stamping straight into them. So we're taking the new Sweetheart sentiments, and I'm just going to show you. Look, they all fit in. They all fit in. Yeah. So they don't all fit in the mold because the circle is smaller. Just asking politely, is the end of July product useful? Oh, Hope. Oh, Hope. That's a tricky question to answer. So Hope over on YouTube has just said to me, and she's asking me politely, is the end of July product useful with these? So I'm just going to say to you all, the product at the end of July is dies. I don't know whether end of July, beginning of August, I've not decided yet. But Hope, yes, you're going to be able to use all these stamps, particularly these. Not so much the frames, Hope. I can't tell you anymore. So let's have one that I've not used yet. Let's have Sending Sunshine Your Way. Sending Sunshine Your Way, because we can. And I'm going to pop that straight into the middle. Just make sure I've got that straight. Yeah, looks straight enough to me. So the next release is dies, that's all I'm telling you. and is something I haven't done before. I told you I've been a busy boy. So Sending Sunshine Your Way. Oh, look at that. Sending Sunshine Your Way. And while we've got that there, we're going to use a couple of the little hearts because I've done it on all the cards I've made. So I'm going to carry that theme on tonight. So these little hearts that come as part of this set, you've got a left facing small, a right facing small, a right facing bigger, and then a left facing medium. I even think about the size of the hearts. They're like beauty spots. So remember, as always, put your little stamps away so you don't lose them. It's so easy to lose these small stamps. So put it straight back, and then you know where it belongs. Right, so let's get this card put together. So I've literally used 5 pens, 2 die sets. And now we're going to see the whole thing come together. So I'm just going to give you another tip. I know I'm full of it tonight. You'll notice when you see my samples, that I quite often mat the one that I've stamped, look. So the one that I've stamped and coloured in, I mat it onto another piece of white card. So just bear in mind, everybody, that these are watercolour pens. So if I went over the top with my PVA glue to do my glitter, it will reactivate the ink, which is why I'm putting it on another piece. Yeah, Julia's just teasing you all. You will love the new dies that are on the way. And yes, you will. Something different. So I'm just holding that down a second. Yeah, torn edge one's hope. Yeah. Yeah, very classy. I always think the eyelets look classy as well, because they're completely symmetrical. They've not just been chucked on. So I'm going flat and flat and flat. And as soon as I pop it on that rust cardstock, look how gorgeous that looks when you put it on the rust cardstock. So I'm just going to let that sit for a second. I'm just going to let that dry for a second before I do anything else. So now we're going to put the frames together. And I am doing this with foam tape rather than glue. So another little tip for you all, especially with the eyelets. So let me just show you. I'm just going to show you this. So the one that I've stamped on, look. The one that I've stamped on is perfectly straight, apart from where I've watercoloured it. But one of the others that I die cut earlier, in case I needed a spare, was wobbly. So I'm just going to tell you how to avoid that. That is from your plates on your machine. In fact, let me show you. So that is the state of my Gemini plates. And that's what happens when you cut a big shape on your Gemini and the plates are not straight. But don't despair if that happens to you, whether it's the oval, the circle or whatever. Remember the trick I taught you ages and ages ago? Mist it on the back with water, chuck it underneath something heavy, a heavy box or a book, leave it for a while, and then once it's dried it will be perfectly flat. I just wanted to give you that tip because it's something that bugs me. Are we straight on the mat? Yeah. So I'm using foam tape for this rather than glue gel because I want it to be proper straight. You can't control the glue gel enough for an oval or a circle. I promise you I will look at your comments. Oops. after I've had my dinner. Phil, do you have a Gemini Pro or a normal Gemini? Oh, I don't know where a Gemini Pro is. Stephanie, is there a new one? So let's get that onto the rust one. I've actually got about 8 machines in my craft room, and there are only 2 that I use. My brother's scan and cut that I bought months ago is just used to stack my plates on. I've not even I've not even taken the packaging off properly. Oh, let me give you another tip. So when you cut these, look, can you see that you get that? Oh, there you go. Look, right next to my thumb, you get that little debossed area. And that little debossed area is perfect for lining up your ovals and your circles. How about that for a top tip? I love the eyelets. Look how elegant that looks. How beautiful is that? Especially with the eyelet detail. Right, foam tape. Magic Mark helps the switch machine because Gemini made you nuts, I know. I'm quite lucky really with the Gemini because I mean I probably use a new plate every fortnight. But you know I just get them from the shop. And people keep telling me to get the ones from Slipscreen, but I haven't yet. If anybody wants to buy me a birthday present, that's what to get me. The Gemini plates from Slipscreen. That was me being subtle. So let's just get this layered up. And now we're going to get the rest of the card put together. So this is also going on foam tape. Did I miss your reply, Karen, for the eyelets die? Pass. Pass. I don't know what Karen's said about them. How beautiful, with that lovely watercolour effect. They're not 100% dry yet, but they will be soon. So this is going on foam tape because this is going onto my card base. Oops. That was my chair creaking, by the way, not me. It's actually not Emma because the shop's in Sheffield and I'm in Nottingham. But I am at the shop once a fortnight generally to do my workshop, so that's when I go pilfering. And I guess I'm not getting them for free because we have paid for the stock, so it's a brand of plates over here, Hope. I've never had any, but are you in the Facebook group, Hope? The Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. Just ask one of the girls in there for or boys, for a link. And it'll show you. Right, so quick and easy. And you know it's quick because I've made this card more or less half an hour quicker than a normal one. And that is after we've had a ooh and a ah about the new stamps. So this is a tall card in case you can't tell. So I've made this a big card because I can and because I wanted to. No bells and whistles on this. Stamps are doing all the work. Why would you take the time to colour these beautiful stamps in and then cover them up? That was my logic. So I'm just going to stand up. I'm going to put a bit of glue on this just in case I need to wiggle. You all know I love ovals and circles on cards. I always think ovals and circles particularly look stylish on. Oh, that's just so lovely. That's so lovely. Let me just make sure I'm getting it straight. Oops. Now you know why I put the glue on. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Right, butterfly's not quite dry, so I'm just gonna hold it in front of the fan for a second. Yeah, I do online workshops. When I get round to finding a date, I'll let you know. Yeah, just ask in the group, Hope. Somebody'll tell you all about them. Oh, see, Julia uses slipscreen plates in her Go Power machine. Phill, are there any new flower dyes? No, Tracy. I only do flower dyes once a year. So you will only ever get new flower dyes from me February, March. And I do that because I generally do 3 or 4 sets of flower dyes in one go. And it gives you a chance to use them for a full year before the next ones. No, Jane, the eyelet dies will be on CNC on my shows at the weekend. The rectangles and the squares won't be because there's not enough stock. But they're not on a bundle, I don't think. But they will be on the show. Oh, hello, Sylvia, darling. I didn't see you sneak in. Anything above 6 inches, a large letter. Judy's saying. Right, so let's just get this card finished. Oh. And then we'll do a quick recap. I'm not putting any glitter on these. How beautiful is that? And it's the perfect colour. Watered down from the same colour as the pens. I'm not sure why I've done 3 butterflies. I'm only putting 2 on. It's perhaps because I couldn't decide on the size. So let's shape all 3. And then I'll decide. So the only extra that's going on here is a bit of glitter, which I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to do the glittering first. So remember my tip, everybody, from earlier. Wherever you've got the watercolour pens, don't go over that with glue. So I'm going to do the oval first. We can't not have Diamond Dazzle because it's just too good. So I'm just going all the way around. I don't remember as well, everybody, with the eyelets you can thread twine through as well. So I'm now going on the white underlayer. So the layer that's underneath the card layer that I've coloured in. Just to avoid the pens. You don't want to do all that colouring in and then get glue on it and see that it's bled, because that would just drive you mad like it would do me. So just so you know, you wouldn't be able to make the borders up from the individual flower dies because the borders include the leaves, and I haven't included the leaves in the flower stamps. Not dies, stamps. Because there wasn't enough room. Nearly done, everybody, and then we'll do a quick recap. When will the tree stencil be back in stock? Right, so Linda's just asking me about the fir tree stencil, which is this one. So there's some on the, I think there's about 5 on the website. But I have got more coming on Friday, so it's being delivered on Friday. So do check on the website on Friday because I'm not getting any more. That'll be it. Right, so now let's get our embellishments on. So I've got one of the Splendid Swirls, which is going here. Remember... Oh, I'm rubbish at this, aren't I? I keep forgetting. It's a good job you all remember. So I've snipped down the flourish. It's going to go here. Oh, 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 oh. I like it both ways. Now let's have it there. Oops. Can't say as I do. I don't get diamond dazzle in my... I'm not even going to say it. Just go a bit further up. So I'm going to have the lacy butterfly there. And you know that's going on with glue gel. So the lacy butterfly is going towards the bottom. No glitter on the butterfly. And then the smaller one. Yeah, I think we'll go smaller rather than larger. It's going there. And then there's just one more job to do to this card. Ooh, oh. Oh. Right, now then, everybody. Now then, so if I put that there, you're not going to be able to post it. But if I put it up here, you will. I'll stick to my plan. I'll stick to the plan, which was telling you that you could post it. So one more job to do. One more job to do. Anybody else? No, no, no. Chrissy, no. My pajamas are usually covered in it. My pajama bottoms, as you know. So I've got one more job to do to this. And I'm just going to see if I can find them. They don't actually match. So I'm going with porcelain shimmer. When I find them, can't find them. Where would you be if you were my porcelain shimmer pearls? because they're not where they're supposed to be. Oh. Right, so just porcelain it is. So ironically, the only colour that I don't have pearls is a burnt orange, so we're going white. And one of the things that I've done on my samples, I'm going to show you now, because it's a nice little finishing touch. I'm just trying to get that to stay in position. So on these lines, oops, I nearly swore. On the lines of the stamps, I put 3 pearls on them. So where you've got the biggest gap, I would put 2. And where you've got the smallest, I would put 1. That's just a Phillism. And I'm using white pearls because that's all I've got that match. And I'm going to stop there. So no random pearls, just 3 on the lines. Yeah, you could. So what's your real name? I don't like saying Sparkles. So yes, you could colour the white pearls in, not with the watercolour pens, because obviously it'll just rub off. But you can colour the white pearls in with the alcohol pens. However, personally, I think it looks a bit chavvy. Unless you can get it really smooth, and we only do class. So there you go. So a flattish card. So once that glue gel has dried, yes, you can post that card. Oh, look at that. So let me just move this all out of the way. I might snip that off in a bit, but I do quite like the flourish. I do quite like the flourish hanging over the image. Isn't that just beautiful? And you saw how quick and easy that was to make. Right, so do you want me to do a recap of the new stamps and give you all the information before we move on? I am going to do a giveaway at the end, and I don't know what to do. Let's give away one of the old ones, just in case anybody hasn't got it. So, oh, see, I love the circles as well, though. That's what I'll do. So, somebody on YouTube, somebody on YouTube will win the corsage circles. So the corsage circles is the one that coordinates with what I've done tonight. Yeah. And somebody on Facebook will win the posy circles, which is the one that's got the pansy in. My throat's dry again. The circles are stunning because you can use them with these because it's the same flowers. So do you want a quick recap? And I'll give you all the information before we choose the winners. The colour is beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. And remember, that's a top tip. Tone on tone, these look stunning. So let's do a quick recap for you. before I move on and go and get my dinner. I'll leave that there just so you can see it a bit. Yeah, look, just so you can see that while I'm showing you all the stamps. Put these in order, corsage, 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 posy, posy, posy. Right, so let's go through them quickly. So there are 9 new stamp sets. I'm going to give you all the information now. So my shows are on Friday at 6 and 9 and Saturday at 10 and 2, assuming that I have stock for Saturday's last show. Okay, so if you do prefer to order from TVs, fine. Obviously, come to me or Julia, but it's fine. So I know some people like to take advantage of the flexi pay. What I will say to you is, if you can watch me at 6 p.m, that's when to get your order in, so you know that you've got them. You can order the limited edition borders tonight. These are not going on TV. So the borders are limited edition that you can only get from myself or Julia or other retailers. You can order these tonight. If you go in the new arrivals on the website, July folder, you will see the border stamps. Yeah. You will also see in the new arrivals July the 300 GSM white, ice white cardstock that I use. So let's have a quick flick through. So this is the Corsage Oval, which is the one that I've used this evening. These are all A6 size stamp sheets. So they're not all actually full A6, but they will all fit with my large dies. Yeah. All our large dies, these will fit in. So that is the Corsage Oval. The Corsage Octagon. I will show you my finished samples again before you go. My Corsage Rectangle. All of these, don't forget, can be used portrait or landscape. Doesn't matter which orientation. Then we move on to the Posy Square. So the Posy is the one that has the pansy in. The Posy Circle. And the Posy Chic label. So if you missed the beginning of the show, you will know that there is the die for this, the die shape for this is on its way. It won't be here in time for the shows at the weekend, but it will be here hopefully by the end of July, beginning of August. Then you have the Beautiful Blooms, which is the A5 set that gives you all the flowers that are featured in the small ones in 3 different sizes and some extras. So there are 33 individual bloom stamps that you can fussy cut out. You've then got the Sweetheart Sentiments, which are brand new to go with this collection. And then, like I say, you've got the beautiful borders that you need to get direct from us or from Julia tonight. They won't be on TV. The eyelet dies. The eyelet dies are on the website. All of these stamps, apart from the sheet label, will fit in the eyelet dies. So you've got 10% off all of these for the next day or so. So the eyelet circles, eyelet squares, eyelet rectangles, eyelet octagons, and the eyelet ovals, which is what I've used this evening. Once the stock of the eyelets has gone, it has gone. They won't be restocked. So I hope you like these stamps. I absolutely love them. I'm going to show you a couple of my samples again. I'll just take the top couple. Well, I may as well show them you all. So, oranges that we've made this evening. Lemons. Lemon colours. Lilac colours. Pink tones. Look at the eyelet circles, aren't they just beautiful? So pink tones, and blue tones and postable. They're all postable cards. Right, so let's get the giveaway. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to do this first. So just to remind everybody, please do like and follow Sentimentally Yours, my Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. And I'm going to do all the little icons now. So the website, as always, is honeypotcrafts.co.uk. You can follow my Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, and I'd very much appreciate it. You can follow my personal Facebook page, which is Phill Crafty Martin. You can follow me on Twitter. Surprise, surprise, is Phill M. Martin. My Insta is Phill M. Martin. My TikTok, I've just started doing the TikTok, is Phill M. Martin, just to surprise you. And my YouTube channel, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. I'm going to do a video of this card and show you how to use the stamps and go around your eyelet dies without interfering with the lovely eyelet. So that video will go on probably over the weekend. So my YouTube channel, please subscribe, is Crafting with Phill Martin. And the TV shows, I know I'm being quick, I'm sorry everybody. TV shows are this Friday at 6 p.m, 9 p.m, and Saturday at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So let's choose some winners. Let me move these out of the way. I don't want to squash them. So I'm going over to YouTube first, so good luck. So somebody on YouTube will win, oh I forgot which one, the Corsage Circles. I do get about Chrissy, you're absolutely right. Well, I love it, Linda, so you're welcome. So over to YouTube, good luck everybody. So what you need to do, if your name is drawn, you need to just send me an inbox message on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page with your name, address, and a reminder of what you've won. So YouTube, yours is the Corsage Circles. So good luck everybody. So I've gone right to the top just to be fair to everybody. So I'm scrolling up, scrolling down, scrolling up, scrolling down. So the winner on YouTube is Heather Coles. So Heather Coles, congratulations. You have won a set of the Corsage Circle stamps for nothing. So send me a message on the Facebook page, the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, and we will get them off to you pretty sharpish. So over to probably tomorrow. So over to Facebook. Just remind, I keep forgetting to do this. I'm going to show you this first because I keep forgetting. If you're not in my Facebook group, please ask to join our Facebook group, which is Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. So search on Facebook for Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. Ask to join the group because I am fussy who I let in. And you must accept my rules as you ask to enter. There's loads of fabulous, lovely crafters in there. Really friendly players, really talented crafters, and always happy to inspire and help as well. Right, so over to Facebook. Good luck, everybody. There are nearly 900 comments. Oh, yeah, so I've just spotted a comment Karen's made. Somebody said, do we do paying 3 on our website? Well, we don't personally, but if you choose to pay with PayPal on our website, which you can do, yeah. No, you don't, Linda. You don't need a code for the 10% off on the dies. It's automatic, and the stamps. So if you choose to pay with PayPal, you can use their paying 3. I don't know how it works, but there is an option there with PayPal. So you can order loads from us and divide it by 3. That's what I'm saying. So good luck everybody on Facebook. You're going to win the Posy Circles. So here we go. So the winner, oh crikey, hang on, I'm going to the bottom and then back up again. I do love reading your comments, you lot crease me. That's why I love doing these on a Monday night, it's such a good time. You are funny. So the winner on Facebook is Janet Burgess. So Janet Burgess, congratulations, you've won the Posy Circles. So as ever, just send us an inbox message on Facebook with your name and address, and we'll get these off to you tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed that. My top tip, everybody, if you're ordering these from Telly, is to order them as soon as you can. Don't do it until my 6 p.m. show starts to make sure the discounts are kicked in. Yeah. You can order them direct from us, from me, from our website, and from Julia at midnight on Sunday. So midnight on Sunday, the limited edition set you can order now. I hope that makes sense. It gets really confusing. So thank you, everybody. I absolutely love these. I think it's going to be a really good investment because you can use them for just so many different things. So thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to get my dinner and catch up with Van de Volk from last night. I will see you on your telebox on Friday at 6 p.m. Don't forget, Julia is doing her Facebook Live on the Sentimentally Yours page and on her Julia Watts Crafts YouTube channel this Friday at 11 a.m. And Julia will have her own take on these as well, which you know is going to be fabulous. So thank you, everybody. I shall see you on telly on Friday. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.